Hey there, welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm Angela Sharp. I'm going to be walking you through some great events happening in and around the St. Louis area. Now, this past weekend, we had what I think is the best free event in the St. Louis area, the Great Forest Park Balloon Race. I've went ever since I was a little kid. Dad and I always sit across from the park. So not actually in the park where the balloons take off from, but we would sit across from the park, watch them go up, and then, baby Angela would pick whichever balloon I wanted and we would chase them and help them land. Well, here's a testament to always go with your gut. This year, I told Dad, I said, let's walk into the park first so we can see some of the balloons. And I'm so glad we did. Not a lot of balloons were able to get up. The ones that were able to get up ended up landing just right there in the golf course inside Forest Park. I think only 2 or 3 balloons actually got out of Forest Park altogether. So it would have been disappointing if Dad and I would have waited to chase one and then only 2 came across the street. So I'm really glad, but you should always go with your gut because I normally don't do that, but I thought it would be fun to go in, watch them land, and then I thought Dad and I could run back to the car and chase them. I kind of underestimated how far away of a walk that was, but it ended up being great fun. So we got to meet with the pilots, talk with a whole bunch of them as they landed, and I noticed that the balloon that took me up in the Great Forest Park Balloon Race back in the day in 2021 hadn't went up, so I found them. They were still on the field, just kind of inflating. So it was pretty cool sight for people if they were able to hang out there and wait all day for the launch. Some launched, and then some just stood there all blown up. It's the best event. If you haven't been there, you've got to go next year. Great Forest Park Balloon Race, the most fun. All right, you know what else is fun? Ice cream. You know what else is even better? When you get to make the ice cream. I went to Clementine's Creamery, and they actually let me make the ice cream. I'm gonna show you the whole process of that, how it all works. And you get to see me creeping on this lady right here. I don't think she liked that very much. But I had so much fun while I was there making the ice cream. And of course, we got to taste a little bit as well. So you just hold on, because I'm gonna show you so many fun things today. And we've got a lot of fall events coming up too. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. Are just 6 months away from the next 314 Day, where we celebrate everything that makes up St. Louis. It's so much fun. New for 2024, the 314 Day Foundation and STL Made have paired up to launch the official 314 Day 2024 Design Contest. Okay, artists 18 and older are invited to submit samples of their work to be considered as the next designer of this next year's design. Local illustrator Dan Zetkwak created this year's 314 Day design, which can be found splashed across t-shirts and stickers, bags, even in the STL TV studios on the new What's the 314 set. The new design contest will happen each year to shine a light on local artistic talent. The deadline for submissions for the 2024 design contest is midnight on Tuesday, September 26th, so you still have time. You can find all the details and apply at thestl.com/314design. And how about celebrating Oktoberfest this September on the Riverboats at the Gateway Arch? You could roll on down the river and feast upon a buffet of authentic German food, enjoy a beer, and dance to the sounds of a live German folk band on a festive Oktoberfest cruise. The floating celebration is one for all ages and takes place on Saturday, September 23rd and the 30th from 5 to 7. You can find all the details on this and all the other fall cruises, they've got a lot by the way, by visiting gatewayarch.com/riverboats. And as we move into fall, you may not be thinking about planting flowers, but October is actually the perfect time. Brightside St. Louis annual bulb sale is going on now. Brightside's daffodils and tulips produce beautiful blooms all year and year after year. And not only do they enhance the yard, they also help support the work Brightside does year-round to make the entire city more beautiful and livable. Orders can be made through September 26th and will be ready for pickup October 6th and 7th. You can find all the details and order online at brightsidestl.org. The Pulitzer Arts Foundation has 2 new exhibitions going on for the fall, and both are celebrating St. Louis architecture in their own different way. The first exhibit, Sarah Crowner Around the Orange, features 3 custom pieces by the New York-based artist known for her bold creations and handmade artistry. The second exhibit, Urban Archaeology, Lost Buildings of St. Louis, is a awesome thing between the Pulitzer and the National Building Arts Center that brings together salvaged elements from landmark buildings, homes, and institutions built in St. Louis between 1840 and 1950. The artifacts represent important histories of the materials and labor, as well as the everyday lives of the residents. I think that one looks so very interesting. But both exhibits are cool, and they will be on display through February 4th at the Pulitzer, and for a free visit too. For more information, visit at pulitzerarts.org. The holiday-themed 'Tis the Night Before by Cirque is coming to the Fabulous Fox Theater this November. Inspired by the joy of giving and the wonder of the holiday season, paired with incredible acrobats, there's something for everyone, no matter the age. And keeping up with the spirit of giving, opening night is also Kids Night at the Fabulous Fox, which means kids 17 and under can get a free ticket with the purchase of an adult ticket. This special deal is for November 29th performance and is available while supplies last. Tickets are available at the Fox box office or by calling 314-534-1111. You can check out fabulousfox.com for the box office hours. You can also learn more about Kids Night by visiting Fox Performing Arts Charitable Foundation at foxpacf.org. This weekend, families can embark on an all-new Disney on-ice adventure and get transported into the magical worlds of Frozen and Encanto. Audiences can sing along to the unforgettable songs of their favorite characters, showcase world-class ice skating and aerial acrobats to transport them to an awesome land of the mountains of Columbia. Disney on Ice will be at the Chaffetz Arena with multiple performances this Friday through Sunday. Visit chaffetzarena.com for tickets and more information. All right, you guys know that I've talked a lot about fall events because unfortunately we're in fall, but I am still hanging on to summer. I love summer, it's the best time of the year. I can never get warm enough in the winter, but in the summer, it's great fun. But did you know that September 22nd is National Ice Cream Cone Day? Waffle cone, sugar cone, cake cone, no matter what kind of flavor, it really takes us into celebrating ice cream as a general. National Ice Cream Cone Day is really awesome. Now, what else is awesome is the ice cream that goes in the cone. That's the most important part of the ice cream in my personal opinion. And like I mentioned at the top of the show, I got to go to Clementine's Creamery. We actually went to where they make all the ice cream. So there's so many locations, there's probably one really close to you, but they make all the ice cream in one location and then send it to those locations nearest your house, right? I got to make one. I'm gonna show you how much fun it was, but just keep this in mind. If you recently went to a Clementine's and you got the gooey butter, you might have gotten the one that I made. Check this out. have Julie Claire Lane, the director of retail here at Clementine's. We're actually in the warehouse. So this is my first time in the warehouse. This is kind of like a behind the scenes experience.
In the production office.
Yeah.
There's production going on behind us.
So we all know Clementine's Creamery. I think everybody has one kind of close to them. The one by me is in Kirkwood. Does the ice cream that's here go out to them?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We make everything here. We make all of our inclusions here. We make the base comes from Meadowvale, which is who does our dairy. They play classical music to their cows.
Right.
And that's where our dairy comes. It's our proprietary recipe. It's shipped here, and then these guys turn it all into the ice cream you eat in the shops.
Turn it into magic.
Yeah,
all right, well, let's talk
definitely.
about those shops.
Okay.
How many locations are there? Do you
8.
even remember all of these, where they're at?
We now have 8 locations. Our 2 newest ones are Central West End and Edwardsville, Illinois. So we're on the other side of the river right now. Central West End is gorgeous. It's very Clementine. It has tin ceiling. It has exposed brick walls. It's in a fabulous location.
Great, yeah.
Doing really well. But the one that's kicking butt is Edwardsville.
Edwardsville. So going across the river turned out well for you guys.
Yeah, it did. It really did. So Kirkwood, yours, the closest to you, is only a walk up.
Right. It's kind of tiny, but I love it.
Right now, only 10 flavors there. We have 24 in all of our other shops, and we're adding the remaining 14 just for you for Kirkwood.
Yay! I get to try more flavors. I love that.
We'll have them all. I did bring over some gelato tubs.
Oh, right on.
Before you go in. So one of the things that we've talked about is that everything goes through tasting.
Right.
So I think you should try.
Ooh, okay.
While you're over here, before you go in the kitchen.
Might as well. Which one should I try?
I'm going to step behind you. Well,
okay.
You've got both the watermelon and the Clementine sorbet. There's tasting spoons
so I have my
there.
little spoon. Which one? You tell me.
You're going to taste both.
I'm going to taste both. Well, JoJo went with watermelon.
But you are dressed like the watermelon.
He seemed to like it, so I'm going to go in here and try to get one of those little candies. Look at that. How cute is that?
So now you're doing exactly what we do. Go in.
That is really good.
And the verdict, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was a little hesitant because watermelon is not my favorite
It's not
thing.
your favorite?
No, but this is really
It's
good.
fresh.
It's fresh. It's
Even
like
though
light.
it's ice cream, it's really fresh.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice.
Okay. So
Okay.
we'll
Got
put
that
the
one.
disposable.
Now we're gonna try. What is this other one that I'm
That
trying?
is Clementine sorbet.
Now this is the sorbet.
And this is the flavor that we brought out for National Ice Cream Day.
Oh, this was the special ice cream
Uh-huh.
flavor. Okay. You see, I went in way more secure with this one. Did you see that?
We know she's going to like this one. Right?
That is exactly what I
Isn't it?
want it to taste like.
And it's so refreshing and so good on your tongue.
Oh my goodness, that is it's light, it's happy, it's...
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it reminds me of summers with my papa out in the Lake of the Ozarks. That's the
Perfect.
flavor, so that's great.
That's exactly what we try to do.
All right, now we've gotten down to the nitty-gritty here. We have LaVon Nichols, the general manager of production. So you know everything that goes in to all of these ice creams and sorbets.
Pretty much so, yes.
Okay,
I
so
do.
let's talk about that watermelon candy. I had asked frequently, Clementine's has maybe a candy, and especially those special flavors.
Right.
Is it kind of hard to secure some of those those candies for as many of these pints and quarts you have to make?
Yes, sometimes it is. So for the initial run, we have a chef, an R&D chef that develops all the flavors. She comes up with the different batches that we taste and test, and then she'll come to me with all the specs for that recipe, and then I'll go out and source all the ingredients.
Okay.
Sometimes it is challenging getting the candies. I know there's shipping issues, there's supply and demand issues, cost of good issues, so yes, it gets tricky sometimes, but we do try to source as naturally, meeting natural ingredients as possible. We don't like to use artificial flavors.
Okay.
When we're developing our vegan flavors, we try to keep it all gluten-free,
Right, okay.
obviously vegan. So yeah, it becomes a challenge sometimes to find different ingredients, but
Well, let's talk about that because I think that's something Clementine's does that not a lot of other ice cream sorbet kind of places do, which is
Right.
the vegan, the gluten-free options, and more people are either vegan or gluten-free. I mean, it's nice to be a kid and just have whatever you want, but a lot
Right.
of more adults are not that way. So
Right.
kind of walk me through why that was important here and how hard or challenging that might be.
I think it just goes with our product. We want to be the most superior product. We don't whip a lot of air into our ice cream, so we keep it super premium. Along with premium means premium ingredients and products that we use. So we do try to source everything that is natural, that they don't use a lot of fillers. We don't use items that have artificial color or dye in them.
Well, that's
so
interesting. I
it
didn't
does
know
make
that.
it a
Yeah.
challenge, but there are people out there that produce natural flavors.
Yeah. What are you going to have me do today? And do I get to wear the very fancy hairnet?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's not glamorous in here, but yes,
I think you look very glamorous, so I'm ready.
you'll have to wear a hairnet.
Okay.
Wash your hands, gloves. I'll get non-skid boots for you so
Okay.
you're safe in there. We'll put on an apron and we'll make gooey butter cake, which is our #1 selling ice cream.
Now, is it #1 because it's the best, or is it #1 because we're in St. Louis?
I think both.
Okay.
It is the best. We make all of our gooey butter cakes here in-house.
Stop it.
Yes, we do try to bake a lot of our inclusion that goes into the ice cream. Some products are superior and we buy them because they're good, but a lot of things we do try to bake in-house.
So-
gooey butter cake is one of them.
When I have a gooey butter cake ice cream from Clementine's, there's like little pieces of gooey butter cake, and you're
Right.
telling me you make that gooey butter
Bake
cake
it.
here.
They make the filling, they make the crust, they bake it, they cut it. So those little tiny pieces are cut by hand.
Stop
We
it.
fold the inclusion in by hand. We pint every pint by hand. So this is very much a hands-on.
That's going to be so amazingly fun.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited. Are you ready for some ice cream? Do you ever not get ready for ice cream?
No, who doesn't
I was going to
love
say,
ice cream?
everybody loves ice cream. Let's go have some ice cream fun.
So this is the gooey butter cake that's already been cut.
Oh, wow.
So we have
that's-
everything cut, weighed out,
That is
all our mise
amazing.
en place ready before we start making the ice cream.
Before you start making the ice cream. Okay.
This is the bucket of the filling. So somebody will weigh out the dairy, all the flavoring, all the necessary ingredients will be batched typically the day before we make the ice cream.
Oh, okay.
And then these are all waiting for us when we come in. This is what actually will go in the machine.
Okay, so you've got a hand at the bottom and
Yeah.
a hand at the top. Oh, it's a little heavier than I
Yes,
expected.
it is. So
Okay.
you already cut off the bottom and
So then,
get the Cirque over.
I'm gonna need some help, buddy.
Fine, I got you.
Okay, you got
I
me.
got you.
He's got me. Oh, look who we go. Look at us go. Making ice cream.
Right now. And I'll strap myself. Press free first. Oh, it's on the door.
Look, there's gooey butter cake on my face.
The ice cream, you can see now, it's just very liquid.
Yes.
But after the air is incorporated and the beater spins and it starts to freeze, it gets thicker and it'll kind of fold over itself. So it'll make kind of a peak.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily waiting for a buzzer to go off and it's
Right,
ready.
okay. You're just kinda-
looking to
you're
see what the
waiting.
ice cream looks like. Sometimes it'll go off, it's not ready. So your eye has to kind of be trained
You kind of have to know what you're looking for.
when it's ready by what
Okay.
it looks like.
Oh, look.
That's how you know it for you.
Look, you can see how it's ready.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. I feel like an expert. I'm moving
Yep.
people out of the way. Oh, look.
Okay, so we're ready.
Here's the tub.
Okay, so here's the tub. So we put the tub here. Now what happens?
It's okay. Press this button, this strap button.
Oh gosh, I'm so scared.
Pop right out.
Stop. Oh, this is so cool. And now what happens? It just comes out?
Yeah, come out.
Okay.
Take your spatula.
Take my spatula.
And smooth it out.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Where am I taking this
Both
to?
hands. Make sure you got both hands. Lift. Got it? We'll care for you.
She kept.
I care for you.
Okay.
Not a problem. But got it.
This is our blast freezer.
Yeah.
So this is at least -20. Ice cream goes in
We have the
here
bag right here.
overnight,
Ice cream is in there. Yeah.
Stop.
and then that's where the real freezing happens.
Oh,
And then we
wow.
transport it to where we house the ice cream in another freezer, and that's where it gets delivered out of.
This was a very tasty adventure, if I say so myself. You definitely need to check out Clementine's Creamery. You can go to any of the locations, pick up some of the flavors. Hey, maybe you can pick up the flavor I just made. How cool would that be? After you check them out, you can also follow them on all their social media channels. But after you check them out, make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. You can drop us a line at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix. We keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.